What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. Tracy J is on her way, but she got her computer started showing out. So it's just me and Eli for now. Hey, Ali. Ali said to just checking in and say, hey, I don't really watch Survivor.
Hey, Ali, we are one month closer to Big Brother and talking cast and so many things reality TV coming this summer. So
Facts.
Shoot, I saw what was it? The Netflix had some come out, right? The $1 Million Secret or something like that. Season 2 came out. Mm-hmm. I've not checked it out, but I probably will soon.
Yeah, I was talking to someone else about it. They watched it and said it's pretty good, so I will tune in. Good evening, Miss Deborah. How are you? Ali, well, it was a double elimination tonight. Ali wanted to know who went home. Emily and Ozzy. They did. Emily and Ozzy they're out.
And it was a sick eviction for a double, or just for Ozzy. Emily, you know what? My draft. So what do you mean? No, we can't salute Emily for playing a good game.
I'm not talking about Emily.
We're gonna get it
Emily did wonderful. I'm talking about Ozzy. I have no sympathy, and let's
get it started. We're starting this episode at the end of this episode because honestly, first couple minutes, we'll get back to the challenge, controversy, all that type of stuff. This episode was focused on the two tribals.
It was
the splits.
But the only reason why we do got to start at the beginning because we were forewarned. There was premonitions given to certain people.
Ooh.
And they did not
act on it. To not act on a premonition that was brought to you by the skies.
The sky, the survivor guys, your subconscious. Somebody out there in the ether was trying to warn Ozzy. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly how his dream was. So, running it back from the beginning, we get Rick in his whimsy edit. He's joyous. Was
he hitting the Dougie? I'm sorry to cut you off. I feel like he was hitting some Gabby Douglas Dougie.
He was doing something. I don't know what it was, but he was having a good time. And that's what it's about. Like, yeah, you come to play hard. You're trying to win as you should. But also, if you can, have fun while you're out there. Because why not? Because how many times do you get to play Survivor? I mean, for people like him, 2 and 3, 4. But for the majority of people, you only get to have this experience once. And so have fun with it. And I appreciated that segment with him. And then we get to the business part, where Sari and Tiffany are talking about the idols in the game, idols that Rizzo and Ozzy have, her two closest allies. And they're like, I love them, but I ain't trying to let what happened to Game Changers happen ever again. Matter of fact, it's not going to happen again. And we all know, even if you haven't seen the season, we all know the unfortunate lore behind Sari and the final Game Changers being the only one without an advantage or immunity, meaning she got the boot and she had no votes cast against her. And they played that clip and Jeff says, you gotta go because you ain't got, there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
No one told you to go, but you know what? We need someone to leave. Sari, you gotta leave.
I wasn't around watching Survivor then. I'm like, no, it shouldn't have been fair. It should have been like,
but it is fair. It is
nullified.
Fair.
I didn't get no votes. Nobody voted for me, Jeff.
Well, guess what? We're gonna revote. And the only person we can revote for is Sari. No, it was awkward. I mean, there was lots of conversations at this time where, she didn't receive a vote, and normally the revote after you vote is for between the two people that were splitting votes.
Yeah.
And the big controversy was, all right, Sari didn't even receive a vote. How are we forced to vote for Sari? But end of the day, each episode, you need to send someone home some way, somehow.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
It should have been written in the rules. If everybody else got an advantage, because advantage getting is what we call it. Everybody else got an advantage and nobody voted for you. Well, I guess this tribal is null and void. Hello, next episode, easy. Send 2 people home next. This tribal council, ain't nobody going home because nobody voted for Sari. Nobody wanted Sari to go home. So I don't think that production should force people to vote. I mean, they didn't even vote. They just told her she was gone. I don't. It's they need to rework those rules because it's not fair.
Hey, you know what? It made sense on paper, and you know what? It builds the Suri just lore and the just mystic of Suri.
It's devastating. Even the players were like, "This ain't right. Ain't nothing." I'm tired of it too. I'm sick of it, Mary. This split thing. So we're gonna get to it. So before we get to the split tribal in the challenge, they're talking about getting rid of Ozzy. Well, Tiffany brings it up. And she was like, I got a code where I can get Ozzy to play this out so we can flush it. She said, I don't want him to go home, but he do need to flush this idol, and I can make it happen. Ozzy comes over. He's like, y'all not going to believe this. I had a dream that I went home. I got voted out, and the idol was in my pocket. And so I think I need to use my idol. So he was like, yeah, I think you need to use your idol too. I think that'd be smart. Use your idol. And so there's that. The groundwork has been laid. We go to, then there was a nice little sweet segment about talking about dads, being a dad, Ozzy's dad, wanting to go by Oscar, all these different things. It was really sweet, really touching. Next, they get to the challenge.
Man, we can't even talk about Joe and Devin's beef anymore either. Just that Devins is disgusting for what he did. He hit that coin flip. This guy's disgusting. I will continue to hype up Joe for just his being such a character. Wow, that was truly disgusting. Talking to Aubrey on what he did, and Aubrey's not as loyal to Devins, but still, some of Devins' ally. Like, damn, what he did was crazy.
We could talk about it for a little bit because Joe is dead set on no matter what Rick breathes and Joe sees. Like, he is just, you can see the smoke coming out of his ears anytime Devins just blinks. Like, this man just earned y'all $2 million prize pot, and you pissed. He's like, I should be happy, but I'm not because it was Rick.
And man, Rick, I got to see Rick be happy. Why am I supposed to be happy because Rick was happy? Nah, we shutting that down. No, which, jumping around a little bit, it's crazy that Ozzy could not read Joe. How did Joe trick Ozzy and send him out? We'll get the Ozzy kerfuffle, but we'll jump to the challenge that
has some
that led to the chaos. Mm-hmm. So I'll cover the challenge if you want. So it's a good old classic challenge where they're just standing on the water and just have to balance on a little pyramid platform. This is one that Jonathan won in about 8 seconds because of crazy waters. And before the challenge, Jeff says, hey, the winner gets an advantage, and it's going to be important for this tribal. And I'll tell you after whoever wins, but this is an important immunity challenge. And I had no clue what was coming. We know Survivor with the twist. I don't think I would have predicted what they did. We'll talk about it once we cover it. But ultimately, challenge starts. Suri lasts for 5 minutes, and then they do a transition, and then Suri falls. Yeah. And then we do another transition. Aubrey falls, Devins falls. And you know what? The producers wanted this challenge over quick because what do you mean 20 minutes of balancing up there? I know that is a long time, but in the grand scheme of Survivor challenges, people hang out on poles for hours. People just out. Christian,
back in the day. They don't do that no more.
Even Christian having his challenge of was that with Gabby? Whatever his
37. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where they'll let these challenges go. This one they said nope, 20 minutes, hop on one foot, and y'all all going down. So they hop on one foot, Jeff counts them down, and apparently people start dropping like flies immediately. Yeah. And boom, the guys are out, Joe's out, someone else is out, and boom, 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 people dropping. Then Jonathan is out, and we are stuck, or stuck is the wrong word, but Tiffany is the winner. Is that back-to-back for Tiffany?
Back-to-back, it was back-to-back.
Back-to-back. What up, Treese?
Suri and
Treese
Tiff was
in the
pushed.
building.
Yeah.
Whoa. No, hey, what? Tiff had glue on her feet. That's what happened. She had glue, and it's a reverse Helen where there was someone under the
had glue.
platform holding her feet.
Oh,
Man.
That's exactly what it was.
I'm
Because
scared.
yeah, well, whatever it was, maybe it was the spirits that told Ozzy that to play his idol, but something held Tiffany's feet down. And after the challenge, we got 2 boats coming in. Jeff saying, hold up, we got to deal with something. And Jeff goes on a boat. Jeff comes back and says, Tiffany, you didn't stand up when I told you to get on 1 foot. So congratulations, Jonathan, the comp beast that we keep hyping up that does not win individual immunities. But this is Jonathan's challenge. And
Clearly, he won it twice. And I guess correction, I thought he never won nothing on 42. You see how long ago 42 was? I forgot all about this challenge and that he actually won it. So correction from the previous podcast of me dragging Jonathan for never winning the individual immunity. He won another one by default.
So what are your thoughts on this moment? Because there was a lot of buildup. There's a lot of buildup to this moment. What I think the episode preview mentioned it. There was some article talking about, hey, this challenge will be crazy, and people were guessing Metavax or something crazy is gonna happen. This was crazy, but after seeing what happened, what are y'all thoughts on them stripping Tiff of the win?
I'm here. I mean, of course, she's one of our faves, so I'm inclined to like, nah, she had time. Y'all just did it. You know, you want to snatch it from her. However, all's fair in love and war. They got judges for a reason. The judges saw something that we didn't see, that Jeff didn't see. And I mean, hey, we would want it to be fair for our faves if that was the case, you know. So say if it was reversed and Jonathan had left up his foot, we'd be like, snatch that win from him. Would they have done it? We don't know. But
we'll never know.
What it is.
As y'all,
I think go ahead.
I was just gonna make a joke how people in the NBA, they constantly, if you watch basketball, they love this motion, which is pretty much review the play because you refs are tripping. And Jonathan was completely justified. Hey, let's take a closer look at it. But go ahead, Treese.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I only don't like it because of Tiffany. That's it.
There's
no other influence around it, but it was fair. It was fair.
It's giving Janelle in the final 3 of Byyyeee All-Star 7, and with her hand coming off the thing and getting eliminated, and that essentially cost her the win.
Though Tiffany, her keeping that foot on for an extra 2-3 seconds, whatever it was significant. It was significant where, by the time she picked up her foot, 1.5 people had fallen. So that is a big difference.
I ain't see that part.
It was. It didn't feel like it was that long.
But she stayed, so I'll let it rock.
Yeah.
If she had went home, that would have been that would have haunted her for the rest of her life.
It would have haunted me too. I mean, it's like the clown shoe with I mean, we always talk about my brother. It's always that one something, that one number, that one this, that 1 second, your foot this, your hand that could cost you everything. But
I was gonna say this makes me think, and we'll cover it after we talk through what happened this episode. How do things change if Tiffany wins this competition? Does it? You don't think? I don't know if Tiffany can convince Joe to flip.
She wanted Ozzy gone, so she was gonna vote Ozzy out anyway.
They needed a third. They needed a third, and I don't know if they would have got a third.
I think it would have changed because if Tiff had won, right? Just jumping ahead. If she had won, her and Suri had already discussed Ozzy using that idol and they wanted to flush it. So I think she would have said, no, me, you, and Suri talked. You need to use your idol.
That's right. She would have made the difference. Gone. She just wanted him to flush that. That's right.
They'd be flush it. Exactly. Right. So I think Ozzy would have stayed, but that idol would have been flushed. So I think that would Emily have left? I still think Emily would have left.
Emily still goes. But maybe side, Joe goes instead of Ozzy because he's friends with Aubrey.
They talked about Joe too.
Because she's close with Aubrey, or at least she used to be. And so I don't think she would have voted out Aubrey.
That's true.
So maybe Joe would have went home in this scenario then.
I don't know. It's fun, as Jose says, scenarios.
Scenarios. What Mary said, Mary said, I feel like he's either gonna win. No, Jonathan either gonna win, or he's gonna be the next Charlie. He should have won, and people are gonna drag anyone who doesn't vote for him to win. Honestly, at this point, Jonathan has played a good enough game to win. I will say that, and I hate that I'm putting that into that, but he has. Do I want him to win? No. Absolutely not.
No.
But
he's been fighting. He's been fighting from the bottom, and I know I love me a scrappy game, and of course he's made moves that people have tricked him to think that, oh, this is his move. But he's still been in the forefront, the face of driving Christian's vote, even though that was really Suri and other vote D's. And I think, I don't know. Well, at the end of this episode, I want to talk about win percentages or win chances. Yeah. But Jonathan is really up there. There's not too many people that I could say would be Jonathan in this game so far.
I agree.
Listen, and based off of what he did at 42, he was on 42, right?
Yeah.
His number one thing that I do remember him saying, he's like, I just want to come in and play a completely different game. And I do think for the most part, he is playing a different game, and I do think it's making a difference in his win equity, I guess you can call it. But yeah, we'll get to that at the end.
And I'll add in too, when I set up a little straighter because he was like, Joe is so stubborn. He's so straight and narrow. He's stuck on playing this game with, on the straight and narrow. He said, however, you can't play this game completely with, loyalty and nobility. Like, you got to make moves that's going to cost. Otherwise, we're going to be the ones with dirt on our face at the end. I'm like, okay, so Jonathan isn't completely wrapped up in the whole, you got to stay trustworthy, loyalty and honor and integrity the entire way. So he's detached, or at least in this moment, he's like, okay, if I really want to give myself the best shot at winning, it's going to require some manipulation. It's going to require some backstabbing. It's going to require some duplicity. Mm-hmm. And so kudos to him for that. I'm going to give him that. It shouldn't take all of that, but, we have Joe. So.
For sure. And we just dance over it a little bit, but overall, the tribe splits into two different groups of 4. And Jonathan, with winning immunity, is a floating 5th that gets to jump to island and island and vote on both tribals. So the tribe groups end up being Suri, Tiffany, Tiffany, Emily, and Devins. Of course, Jonathan is floating there. Then the other group is Aubrey, Joe, Rizzo, Ozzy, and Jonathan's the 5th again. What do y'all think about this twist? We're in final 9 and we're splitting into 2 groups. And as Jeff says, 68% of fans voted for this.
We did.
And I know Mary's trying to blame me.
Basically.
It is not my fault. We voted for this. This is a vote. This is a twist that we wanted.
Eli, the only goddamn person guys remember that voted for this. It was you.
No, we didn't. We're all fans. Are y'all not fans? That's what y'all are saying to me.
I need to see thanks for your vote and email. And it ain't in my email. I bet you it's
what I voted for specifically.
Look at my voting records.
Because I promise you, the only thing I truly voted for was that darn legal
baby. I'm in the 92%. I don't know where you at, but I'm in the 92%. Okay.
Hey, y'all, don't look at my America's Favorite House Guest voting records.
We need to pull up Eli's voting records.
No, y'all aren't gonna see that I voted for Cameron or Blue. Y'all aren't gonna see that.
It's so yes, and also this split tribal again, like you said, it's final 9. This is about the 3rd or 4th split tribal we've had since they'd emerged. It's getting tired. It's been tight. And once again, it's messing up. That's what I'm saying. These twists, they're messing up stuff. Y'all messed up a good thing that our faves had going on.
See, go ahead, Treese.
I was just about to say, I will say it did give us a good episode, though. So I would let them have that. It did make a good episode.
But it was the players that made it good, and that's my thing.
Period.
This had the potential to be the most snooze fest split where everyone's asleep. They just say, all right, we're voting out Aubrey. And if Ozzy falls asleep, they just vote out Aubrey 4-0. And the only little interesting nuance was Devin's idol, or else the lines were pretty much split. And the fun part about this was the Jonathan hopping between island to island and him being safe. I think that created a fun narrative.
It was cool.
But it's tough to force Final Five, which is so rigid. And if these players were more laid back, or I mean, I guess I kind of blame Ozzy, but this type of twist leads to just simple votes and two people getting voted out on what seems like simple votes.
And another layer, somebody mentioned, they were like, production really was playing Russian roulette, because what if Sari had ended up with Rizzo, Ozzy, and Rick, with Jonathan having immunity?
Oh, that would have been cinema. That would have been
disastrous.
That would have been cinema. Oh man.
Because do you hear me? Like, can you imagine? Like, we would have been sick as a fandom, sick out of our minds.
But man, the Sari legacy of getting Armageddon twice in a row.
Yeah,
man, it's so good. But I will say, in regards to the point that, man, this is messing up our faves, I was so entertained by Sari. The fact that she was able to scrap. When I first saw the splits, I, of course, forget how she's had Jonathan as a number, where I saw the split and I'm like, oh no, Emily and Devins, Sari screwed. And guess what? 10 seconds into that island, she's talking to Jonathan, and Jonathan's like, oh yeah, we're good. Where Sari is always able to navigate things like this, which makes me happy as a fan to see Sari navigate tough positions.
For sure. And Trish, you got to, yo, you know, the 8% was messing with your internet when I said
it was.
So you got out on a part where I mentioned like how production was playing Russian roulette with the game, because what if Sari had ended up with Rick, Ozzy, and Rizzo on the same tribe, with all three had those idols, and she could have been on there?
Oh man, that would have been absolute terrible. Oh, talk about replay.
You think Rizzo takes one for the team and doesn't play his idol?
No.
Do I think he wouldn't play it?
Or would Ozzy play his idol?
So he's like, real. I think
Ozzy, don't play your idol.
Ozzy might have went home with another idol.
He would have had to, baby, because I would have.
Because Sari would have been like, nah, you good.
What you mean? We're tricking Devins right now. And if not, I'm putting a vote on Rizzo.
Yeah.
Devins was going to use that idol, though. I don't care what nobody said. And no way he was not using that idol tonight. Now, if it was a full tribal council, he might have been like, nah, maybe not. But when they split, he said, I ain't taking no chances.
So speaking of that, that's a perfect segue into the whole drama on that side of the island, because Jonathan and Sari and Tiffany were on the same page, which I loved how giddy Jonathan got when he realized that Tiffany also wanted like Ozzy and stuff out. He's like, oh my gosh, are you for real? Are you playing in my face right now? Like,
Jonathan warmed up on me a little bit. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jonathan legit gasped. He gasped when Tiffany said like, Ozzy.
So love that little moment. So they were all on the same page. They was like, yeah, it's got to be Devins. I want Devins out. But if we have to get Emily, we just gonna get Emily. I was like, oh, you good with me? Look, Miss Brown Sugar, did he redeem himself? Because, you know, we stopped liking him because he forced Marianne and Drea to use their idols.
No.
But then he came and worked with Sari and Tiffany.
Salute. Salute.
He will redeem himself when we see where that vote look like come whatever the finale date is, and depending on who out there. Okay? Because if my girl is there, girls, we're gonna see.
Maybe but what if he's there too and he can't vote?
We don't want him there.
Hey, at this point, Jonathan, salute. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
You know who I want that final three? Joe. Don't nobody like Joe like that. Joe, stay right there.
I'm telling you, I would drag Joe every season I could to the finals. Yeah. So they wanted leave him here with something.
Be happy.
So the plan was, let's split the votes on Devins and Emily, just in case Devins decides to use his idol. But if he, you know, if he's feeling cocky and doesn't use it, we'll get him out. They were like, okay, bet. But then Emily She thought she was cucumber slick and was like, how about I convince him? I think we're good enough that I can convince him to place idol on me if we put all the votes on me, and then he'll be safe and he'll think that's the case, but we'll just vote him out. And they're like, oh my gosh, if you can get him to play the idol on you and be vulnerable, we'll love that. We'll all put our votes on him and he'll be out of here. And she thinking they eating it up. And she go back to Devon's and like, listen, they really think that you go play the idol for me, but what you need to do is play it for yourself.
and he was all like,
yeah. And we're gonna get Sari out. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get Sari out. She's the biggest threat in the game. She gotta go, which true, but back up off Mother. Now, I like y'all, but back up off Mother. That's Mother. But it adds extra layer to the game because it's like, oh my gosh, now my heart pumping. And they ain't have to pump in a minute because we got these little bitty tribes, only so many votes. And I'm like, Sari, I don't think she in danger, but she could be, because if they choose wrong, this could go totally sideways. And Martino, absolutely. Ozzy felt like Jared when Sari was in the kayak at BB25. This is exactly what happened when they game.
That's exactly what the situation was. And she like, Lord, I can see the message out.
In an amazing position, blink, and where you can't watch over him for every second and have those daily or hourly meetings. And everything just falls apart and crumbles. And then you look around like, oh, I have no chance to win.
And that's low key. Now, I don't want to say she don't have no chance to win, but her road has just gotten significantly more difficult. Because what did Ozzy do that made her road to potentially winning so difficult? He ran that mouth.
His mouth was like this.
For what reason? Eli, tell us.
Why you running
that
mouth?
What will possess him?
Hey, you know what? He says that he shed his overconfidence, and man, the overconfidence just crept in. And you know what? This is why I hate. This is why I
ruin everything. Why?
You know what actually ruined everything? People talking about jury management. I'm gonna have a rant about jury management because I feel like jury management is like half fake. And this is all built from Ozzy trying to be like, ooh, I'm going to have Aubrey be my champion in the jury, even though I haven't played single minute. I haven't played a single minute of this game with Aubrey. She doesn't know my game, so I'm going to tell her my whole game for jury management reasons. And this is going to set me up for the jury. I need the jury to have it in on my game. No, I guess it's different between Survivor and Big Brother, where Big Brother, you're asked like 2 questions and have 8 minutes to talk about your game. Survivor, they let you sit there and talk and talk and talk. What do you mean you're telling Aubrey your whole game early in the day too? You get back from the challenge immediately. Hey, Aubrey, here's what I've done in this game. And, I gave Sari my extra vote. And I've actually been playing pretty good. And everything I've done is for a reason. So I think I would kind of be.
And me and Sari are extra tight. And we promised each other we were never going to go against each other. And Sari is who I want to be with in the end because I want to be with the best. He didn't even say, Aubrey, I want to sit with you and Sari. He just said, I want to sit with Sari at the end.
The way I would have been like, oh.
She did. She was like, okay. And what else?
Easy.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So Sari.
And I'm going to keep this T in my head to use if my name get brought up next week.
Oh, you brought up Wizard of Oz? He actually didn't bring up Wizard of Oz, but it's like, oh, that you're telling me your whole game? All right, you walk away, look to the camera.
And we didn't see.
I roll.
Yeah. And we've seen this story before too, unfortunately, with one of my favorite New Era players, Andy. Andy could have won season 47.
Andy who?
From season 47.
Genevieve and them.
Remember?
Well, I thought you said my big brother.
Hey, Andy did win.
Andy
he did.
Could have won Survivor 40, or could have at least gotten to the finale. But remember when he thought he was going to tell Rachel his entire game because he thought it was on lock, that she was going home. She was dead in the water. And so he was just explaining, because she was like, oh, we ain't fooling with Andy. Andy's a non-factor in this game. But Andy starts spilling all the moves that he made and how he did it. She like,
and he like, you know what?
You
go
dangerous,
in.
actually.
I will vote for you. Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
But like, you know what? You have my vote, and for that, you need to go sit over there.
And that's exactly what happened. Andy
Mhm.
was sent home that night.
You
And
could
so,
spill, but like, dang, don't spill too much. Too
because he
soon.
wanted somebody,
Too
I wanted
early.
her to know. So when she went off to the jury, she can, y'all, that's what final tribal council is for. Did they forget? Well, Andy just played. Ozzy, you've played 4 times now. You know better, or you should.
And man, he could have just used his idol and still been overall pretty scot-free. Except, never mind, no, because Aubrey went around telling everybody and
She just
everybody.
would have went home though.
She would have went home, but Jonathan would have had a better idea. People that thought Cerise thinking that she's hiding it so well. She's on her side of the island saying, you know what? I got to play like 50-50 on it. Like, you know, I'm fine if you vote out Ozzy. Really, I don't want y'all to vote out Ozzy. But I have to be fine with it to put that mask up.
And
that we aren't that close.
I gotta give Jonathan some more props because he didn't even cue Sari into knowing that Ozzy spilled about him. What he did say was Ozzy over there acting like he got the game wrapped up in the bag. That's what he over there doing. If you need to know what he over there, he basically telling people he got it wrapped up. And
that was messy boots.
It was. He didn't give her the tea like, yeah, I know about your extra vote, sis.
And I'm gonna be real. That's what he should have did. Don't say too much.
Yeah, and he did it.
Too much. And
so that further lets us know that the move that happened with the vote, that was because Sari knew. You can't trick mother. She knew. She said something was off. She already told her. She said, if something is off, I'm going to use this extra vote. And we get to tribal council. And the votes get to go and they talking. Everybody's talking this, and that. Emily, I don't want Sari or Tiffany to go home. Like, acting on 100.
She said that. That's it.
Extra vote. Soon as she said that, extra vote.
Hey, salute to Emily because, you know, Emily fought. And that's the funnest part of it, where she scrapped and she could have fell down and died. And she tried. Did it work when you're going against Sari Fields?
It's gonna cost
odds are it's a large hill to climb up. And you know what? Emily felt just short because what? 2-2-2.
And I love the thing is her and Devin just knew they made it. They thought they was like, we did it. They saw those 3 votes. We did it. We did it, Joe.
2 votes for Devin. 1 vote for Emily. 2 for Sari. It's over.
It's over. And then that last vote for Emily come up, and Sari did the slightest of smirk. She was just like,
and she said,
"Thought you had me, huh?
Yeah. You think you could get me
that
easy?"
That would have been me. I would have literally said, "Oh, you thought you had me? You thought wrong."
for the camera.
You know what? Oh man,
no, for real.
Reflecting, because I feel like the conversation set in this season, if Sari doesn't win, will be Ozzy is the reason that Sari did not win this game, and but Ozzy saved Sari here, unless they would have correctly. Actually, you know, I would trust Sari to actually vote out Emily if push came to shove. I think she would have predicted it right. Do you think Sari would have got the 50-50 right, or do you think they were truly thinking Devins was going to go home?
No, I think she had an inclination because I would say, Emily, you pushing it too hard. And how do we know you have that much control over Devins? Devins is not a dumb player. And Devins, you know, he's even said it. He said, these people, I've been playing it up like I'm this aloof and this dumb enough to not use it. Sari, no, he ain't dumb.
Yeah.
Like, in what world does Rick Devins gets an actual idol in the way that he got it and not use it with the odds being this slim? Like you mentioned too, or I don't know if it was you or Treese. If this was the larger group, high chance he fakes it and tries to get his way through. But it being the slim chances right here, when it comes down to 2 votes, you can't take that chance. And so I'm voting for Emily. There's no way he's playing his idol and risking himself to go home. Rick would have been stupid too. I mean, in this case, it probably would have, you know, whatever. He would have got himself sent home had he done that. But yeah, it worked out the way it was supposed to work out. And I think she would have just caught on to it. without it. But Emily, my
I
dear,
think so too.
she went out scrapping. Unfortunately, she also went out on the same day she did in her original season. So that's sad.
Ain't that
That's
crazy?
Hmm.
She better not go to Vegas and play what was it 21? Was this day 21? Girl, put it on 22.
And you know what?
Not playing
Mary
that
says
21.
Mary says in the chat that Mary doesn't like the rule change for the extra votes or whatever, where you get the extra votes and you know what, everyone's voting all over again. And I want to say I kind of agree in terms of just allowing. I don't know. In my mind, if you use that extra vote, it's for the first vote. What do you mean you use that extra vote and then you get to carry it into future votes as well?
The reason why I feel like it works is because if this extra vote can cause the tie, this extra vote can be used in the revote. Because it played a factor in causing that. So it's an actual vote. It's not just like, some willy-nilly. It's an actual vote. So that's it's like two people voting. That's what
I guess so. That's a good point.
Just because it's a re. I don't care. Ain't no
but no.
Why I got a lot, Craig? You ain't got a lot of kick it. Okay.
No, I think even if it was a
it worked out in my favor. So
I think it worked. I think that's why it works. But no, she wouldn't have to draw rocks, because if they would have revoted somehow and there was another tie, essentially, then Emily and Sari would have been safe, and then it would have been out of Tiffany. Tiffany would have went home.
Mm-hmm.
Salute.
And that would have been disastrous.
That would have been crazy.
But no, small little thing where it's such a rare scenario where that extra vote leads to a tie. So
yeah, Josh said normally they don't vote.
It was a jump scare seeing it happen. Josh
said normally they don't vote because their votes would cancel out normally.
Yeah, in my mind, it's like the people are canceling out, or even if Tiff had that extra vote, I feel like she shouldn't be able to use it. Regardless, doesn't matter. Emily flipping went home. My draft is officially over. For the first time ever, I'm the first one out of the draft. And I'm never normally the first one out of the draft.
It must be different first times.
I'm normally the best drafter here, so I got a little unlucky this season, but hey, my strategy of queuing the girls, I will stand by my strategy even though I'm out and there's still 8 people left in the game.
I feel like Treese and Josh are the better drafters of the 4 of us.
True.
Because they are typically in the end a lot of the times.
I do typically always at least have like somebody toward the end.
For sure.
Even if it's just one person, I at least hang on.
Yeah.
But this might be the best I've drafted though.
Like literally we have 507 and Treese has
I think I got 4 people left or 3. Let me see.
Hey, I be having the people's champs.
Okay, I'm down to 2.
Yeah, 4 people. Yeah.
See, Treese, name 2 people that you name 1 person that you like on your draft. Name 1 person that you like. And you spelled Rizzo wrong. You spelled Rizzo with 2 Z's, so you don't even like Rizzo like that.
Oh, is it supposed to be? I don't. But if anybody on my list that I had to pick to win, it would be Rizzo. But Sari would have been my first pick. But then Eric snatched her. Okay. But I just basically picked who I think would win.
Well, according to Mary, either you or myself will win. You have 2 of the potential winners based on the edit and what Mary said. You know, it's either Sari, Aubrey, or Jonathan that's winning this season. And based on the edit, honestly, that's what it be giving, low key.
Y'all think Aubrey got a chance to win?
Well, let's talk about Aubrey because she wasted no time into going to rack up the votes against Ozzy and spilling that. You know what Ozzy told me, baby? Let me sit down. You want this tea? Ozzy went and told me that him and Sari, they like this. They Batman and Robin. You know, you can't trust it. You know, he got this extra vote that he didn't give to Sari, so she's sitting over there on that, and she ain't told nobody. Oh, did you know Sari and Ozzy? They made a pact. They signed it in blood. They can't go against each other. She went. I mean, she did not hold back. She let them all know, which I would too if my behind was on the top of the block. Because she was going home. She was going home. And she did what she had to do, which I got to respect her for. She did what she had to do to save herself. She talked to Jonathan. Jonathan wanted to know if she was on board, which, again, Joe was nervous about not bringing Rizzo in. He ropes Rizzo in. And Rizzo is pissed because he knows that Ozzy done spilled about Sari, which is frustrating for him because he's like, Ozzy, what are you doing? We had a good thing going. And he's like, and this is where you separate good players from great players, because although I didn't necessarily like the move for my faves for them, I respect the move on Rizzo's end for not cueing Ozzy to use his idol.
You think so?
He says, well, there's two things. So yes and no. So the first, I'm proud of him because he's like, if I warn Ozzy, I know that's what Sari will want me to do, which that's what she want to do. But he said, for my game, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let the cards fall where they may, which you should. And that's why I say that separates a good player from a great player. He recognizes, yes, my ally next week. Exactly. He understood that this is where his ally would want him to do, but my ally ain't here. So I'm going to do what's best for what I think is best for me. Now, did they make the right move? This is where I'm throwing it to the chat and to y'all. So now you look at the odds. If Rizzo warns Ozzy to use his idol, Ozzy is safe. Aubrey goes home. It's final 7. Sari, Ozzy, Rizzo, and Tiffany controlled the rest of the votes. But the caveat,
you got to vote
for that Rizzo could win. You know,
but you also got to think too, like, can I have the opportunity to get my ally out with it not being at my hand per se, so I can have a for sure vote in the jury. So that's also another plus. Because you be like, dang, I want my ally to go because I need him. But if he go,
and I make it to the end,
like if I gotta vote out Eric and Eli, I'll be like, man, everybody did it. But hey, that's two. That's two. You know what I'm saying? So, Sari gonna be like, oh man,
it's gonna
damn.
He was a shield for Rizzo, but also Rizzo has a shield in Sari. Like Sari is a shield for Rizzo.
And Rizzo's not a threat. Who is Rizzo? I love me some Rizzo, and I would love Rizzo to sit in the end. But who are they voting? Who's Rizzo a bigger threat than Tiffany?
Yeah,
that's about it.
You know,
maybe Aubrey, depending on how you see Aubrey's game so far. Everyone else is a bigger shield. So it's like Rizzo's now rabbit hunting and just shooting upwards and just knocking people out that are above him to try to get that credit.
She definitely did need him just for one more day, because here's what we want. Here's what I say what I wanted. If Ozzy stays in the game, of course they control the votes. But also in the event we get down to final 5, because I believe their idols work to final 5, right? Ozzy wins immunity, right? He uses the idol himself. He gives the immunity to Sari. He takes off that. He gives it to Sari.
You can give up your immunity.
She tricked Eric into doing it. Remember, fans versus favorites. She tricked Eric into giving his up, and they voted him out.
Trees, this is an OG Sari playbook.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Because he wouldn't need it. So he can like, here's a necklace for Sari. She dons the necklace. He places idol for himself. They're all safe. Yeah.
And then Sari gets sent home in fire.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that won't get to happen. Because
Ozzy breaks and fire all summer.
She did it on Heroes versus Villains. She did it
on
Australia.
Yeah. She just didn't, make it fast enough. But she knows how to make it now, guys. She knows how to make it. So going back to Ozzy, once again, like we said at the beginning, Sari and Tiffany told him to use his idol because they had ulterior motives for him to flush it. But
Black women.
That part. But his subconscious. Yeah. He had a dream like MLK. He had a dream.
Ozzy is
MLK? I think his ego caused him not to use it.
His dream told his subconscious said, use the idol, Ozzy. You're going to go home. He literally said it.
No. Listen, unless your name is Martin or your last name is King. Your dream. Come on. Now.
You gotta listen.
You should listen to that dream.
And I will say this kind of, I hate to be one that, I don't know. I'm gonna give Sari props here, where I think this showcases how Sari has kept Ozzy grounded all game. I know there's a stretch where they weren't on the same tribe, and Ozzy also was struggling then
Freaking
too.
out, it's done.
I think Suri really kept Ozzy grounded enough to have a clear landscape on the game. And the moment Suri went away, his ego went up, and he's like, "Wow, I've been playing with Suri. I'm playing so good." And the thing is, he's acknowledged that Suri is a significant part of why he's been playing so good.
Yeah.
But without Suri being there every set, it's easy, and he got so high on his horse, like, there's no world. I'm with my boys. We're getting Aubrey out, and thought there's no world.
Suri was the sunshine in the midst of his storm. Like the song that I can see clearly now, the rain is gone, because Suri is here. That's literally him. Suri being there, she parts the clouds. The rain has dissipated.
I can see all obstacles in my way. Now he didn't see nothing. He can see nothing.
Suri is gone. Now it's ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Ain't none.
Ain't no sunshine when Suri's away. Like literally, that's literally how it is.
And that sunshine was that fire on that torch.
Ozzy got blindsided.
He did.
And
man, he was hurt. You heard the little tiny violin. I was like, damn. I really trust you guys. I really expected some music to start playing. Like I heard the saxophone. Like he was hurt. I was like, Lord,
but I can't even feel bad for him because of the dumb moves that he made. Even after running his mouth and blowing up Suri's spot in the game, all he had to do was use his idol.
I feel bad.
That he planned to use anyways.
I feel bad because, dare I say, there's a level of embarrassment, like secondhand embarrassment, where it's like, oh, they did it to him again. And he got again. And thankfully, Genevieve gets her idol that she found on day 2 and played it so perfectly. But yet Genevieve saw the vision. Genevieve gave it to Ozzy because Ozzy's a guy that's known for getting voted out with the idol in his pocket. And guess what? He had everything laid out. Hey, you're gonna go home with the idol in your pocket, and he still got voted out. And that's where I feel bad for him,
because he fell for the same foolishness he did back in the day. So it's like, I think the part where it's sad is that to see the growth that we saw that he played from beginning to up until last week to what he did this week is like, it's sad because we saw this new version of Ozzy that we've never seen play Survivor in the way he did strategically, socially. You know, he's thinking differently now and playing differently, only to see him revert back to his former self and go home with an idol in his pocket.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
For the third time, I feel like. But it's unfortunate. And it's unfortunate for Genevieve because she clocked it. She had it right. And she didn't get the benefit from it.
And you know what? I will say, and we've talked a lot about how this impacts Suri, but one thing I want to get to before this episode is we're done covering this is we have 2 episodes left, correct? The last episode's on the 20th. So we have one more episode before the finale.
Okay, Josh.
And we've rumbled about winner equity, who's played the best game so far. Mm-hmm. But if we had to rank who has the best chances to win this game, what's that order out of curiosity? And that could be either getting to the end, winning the game, and why is Joe the only one that has like a 0% chance of winning it all?
But also has like a 99% chance of getting to the final 3. Getting there and winning are 2 different things. Like, because Suri and Rick and Jonathan have a high likelihood to have the ability to win the game, but will they all get to the end? Can they get to the end is a different story.
Mm-hmm. For some odd reason, Rizzo for sure gonna be there. I don't know why. If I had to be like for sure, I don't know why, but he gonna be there.
Ooh, back-to-back fired out for Rizzo would be tragic though. Back-to-back fired.
Oh,
because that boy does not eat grubs. That Rizzo does not eat grub, so
Damn. You know what? You probably just spoke that on that man. That man probably going out on fire.
No, the man.
Hold on, I gotta remember this.
The man, the myth.
I gotta remember this. You know what? He probably went out on fire. You're right.
That would suck, but I mean, it wouldn't be. First of all, back-to-back seasons. That's like Paul getting to the end of Big Brother, back-to-back final two, and going home. I mean, or not winning the game. That would suck for Rizzo to go out in the same place. I mean, that's like Janelle too, getting third back-to-back seasons as well. Poor Rizzo. I think he's gonna get to the end too. I don't think he'll win.
And it is interesting looking at this landscape, and I think Eric nailed it with saying the three names: Suri, Devins, and Jonathan, where those are really the only three that I could point to right now and say, hey, they've made a move this game. If I go look
top three right now, honestly.
If I look at Tiffany, love Tiffany. She won a comp. She's been a part of votes. Tiffany hasn't led a vote. If we look at Aubrey had the beef with Genevieve, which, I mean, got steamrolled because she got the right rocks. And Aubrey has tried to lead things and scrap from the bottom. I think this episode's a good showing of that. But also, I don't give full kudos to Aubrey either for this move, because it was more Ozzy being dumb and Jonathan wanting to push for that Ozzy.
Yeah.
Joe, of course, has done nothing but vibe out. Respect to Joe. Rizzo's been like a Suri person, and this maybe the Aussie move is somewhat his stamp, but it's not his stamp. Well, yeah, we've had three people that have really made a handful of moves so far this season.
Rizzo did more pre-merge, I would say, because like the whole Charlie thing, some other thing. Like he's had his hand, but
yeah,
I agree with you too.
He definitely did more pre-merge than now.
Yeah,
but I do feel like he about to turn it on. I do.
I mean, this could be part of his speech
too. Know.
If he gets it in, like, I knew when not to follow with my alliance. I knew to let Ozzy go because he was doing too much. So
my question for y'all is, how much do the non-Suri Devins and Jonathan have to do for you to respect them as the winner and say, hey, that's a good winner? Can you play Survivor in the last 6 days and win it all? And of course, it took a lot to get to this point, but say someone takes out Suri. Aubrey has been floating Suri's name. If Aubrey votes out Suri, is that enough to win the game and be like, hey, you deserve to win, you took out Suri?
She would have to have a hell of a speech. Could she? Yeah.
I can see her doing
but she would have to have a hell of a speech to back that up. You can't be like, I voted Suri out.
So did I.
Like, duh. So she would have to be like, I've driven the vote. I've been trying to I did this behind the scenes, and I talked to so-and-so and did this, And maybe, but if it was me and the jury, I'd be like, cool, you got Suri out. What else did you do the rest of the game? That would have been me. And if she would have to say something, honestly, but if you just like, I got Suri out. Okay.
Yeah, which I don't think Aubrey would just hang on that. I feel like she's smart enough to play and think of other stuff that she's contributed to, or what her game is. Because sometimes you don't really have to contribute anything to win the game. You just have to have an extensive way to express how you had a social game or a strategic game, or that you tried. Because if we go back to Heroes versus Villains, Sandra never really got to make a move. She kept trying to tell them which move to make, and they did not listen to her. So inadvertently, they voted for her because they were like, dang, you was right. We didn't listen to you, but you was right. This whole time you was clocking it. You was trying to save us. And we went home back to back to back to back. But it's the fact that you made it over here, made it over us, and you tried to tell us what was going on because you had a clear view of the game, but we were too stubborn to listen to you. So we're going to reward you with this win because you played a great social game. So who knows? Like Tiffany, I can see her winning potentially depending on who she's next to because she had a great social game. When she lost D, she could have exploded. She did not. She sat down. She took inventory. She still talked. She still made relationships. She's mended her relationship with Jonathan. Never would have thought to see the day that would happen. That they're
me too. I was
buddy, you know. So she's being instrumental in different ways socially. Like she's ingratiated herself with Suri. The fact that Suri told her that she had a code word with Ozzy and Rizzo about
I
the
was
idols.
like, oh, you giving her tea, Suri? Okay.
Yeah, so like her social game that we're not seeing fully, you know, I feel like could not guarantee, but like warrant her a win over certain people, depending on who's next to her. Joe, like Mary said, like the rest of us, Joe ain't winning nothing. Joe, that third place is firmly his.
Salute to
Congratulations
Joe.
on your check.
Hey, respect Joe.
I'd be happy. I mean, I would want the 2 million, but this little what,
Hey.
75, 50, however much you get, baby,
Wait,
that will pay some bills.
Joe did not get a vote in 48, correct?
He did not.
Oh, back-to-back third place,
vote.
no vote finalist. Oh,
Damn, I'd be
that's
embarrassed.
That's
But
my
nah,
dog.
because
But he gonna be
Hey.
chilling because
Tyler Perry.
Joe is gonna get a check. He gonna get that $80,000 check.
80,000,
And-
see, that ain't bad.
And then, you know, Tyler Perry done hired him for a new show too. So he in his
So
acting
he
bag.
got a little change from there too. He got a little change in his pocket.
And he coming
So,
back
what
for 53.
No, we don't need that. We don't.
He coming back.
He just need to go on and grease up the abs for Tyler Perry.
How many times in a row do you think Joe could get third place?
Every single time. Every single time. Because
One more
everybody
time.
knows he's loyal. He's going to stick to his word. He's straightforward. Now, the gag would be if he switch it up.
And we know Joe is never switching.
Now, like he pull a Dan, because, you know, Dan played the nice, innocent season 10. And then he came back for blood and slicing throats, stabbing backs, and taking heads off in season 14. Completely unexpected. If Joe did that, he would earn my respect. Like, oh, you played these folks. You played 2 times, made them think you're going to play like this every single time. But you get on here third time, you start cutting throats.
They're like, oh, I know he loyal. Cutting all his allies.
Back to and nobody gonna think it's him. And he gonna still like I would never
Exactly.
like he has the
You know my
perfect
game.
cover.
Mhm.
He has the perfect cover to
Now,
go
would
in
he
and
do
play.
that?
No.
Never.
Go, like I said, go on and let Tyler Perry grease them abs up. And you go on and go.
But
play
if
with
he
the
were
water
to
hose,
ever
whatever.
get that dog in him, that's a Joe I could get behind.
Mm.
Because who would believe that Joe turned on them? I wouldn't even believe it.
Hey, you know what? Ozzy's probably surprised that Joe turned on him. So you know what? Salute.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure. When you're a firefighter, absolutely.
Well,
It is what
Who
it
knows?
is. Ozzy gone
How many people normally make the finale? Is the finale normally 6 or 5?
5.
So potentially having 2 people going next episode.
Wait.
We're at 7.
Oh, we're at 7. Oh, so maybe it'll be 6.
so who 2 y'all want gone? We'll do that for our
Want
wrap up.
gone or think
Want or
gone?
think?
Want to go.
I want Opry and Joe to go home if I had to pick out of everybody left. Oh, Jonathan, yeah, Aubrey and Jonathan.
No, Joe, you gonna stay. We need you for that. You ain't taking no votes away.
Necessary.
Jonathan and Aubrey.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jonathan, Aubrey.
I know it's tough to say. And man, I feel bad for Suri because I want to say Suri is. I want to say Suri can never win this game with just Suri's legacy and name.
Mhm.
But Suri is so
to the back.
close. But Suri's so close and has done everything right. And then Ozzy might be one that ruins it. And then we're gonna have conversations of,
stupidity.
oh, Suri can never win this game because Suri's so good.
It's Suri. It's not just that she's so good. It's also that her ally. It's always an ally that is stupid. Like, and it sucks that your game
It
gets
never
impacted
fails. It never
based on
fails.
somebody else's stupidity. And it's not even that he ran his mouth. Like, yeah, that was dumb. But again, turn this on for once. Play the idol.
Think, Mark, think.
Like
The only thing that I think is gonna help Suri going into next week, yes, she's gonna be a target because she's Suri and they're at the end game.
you can't do nothing about it.
But I think the fact that Ozzy's tea was me and Suri have been working together. Ozzy gone now. Suri got an extra vote. That's gone now.
No.
So and Suri gonna be like, yeah.
I'm
Now
defenseless
I got
for
nothing.
me.
And you see how I do in these comps.
Yeah.
That's what she gonna
Take me
pull.
out at 5. You can always
know.
take me out at 5.
First of
You know
all,
what I'm
bring
saying?
back trivia because Sarika
And y'all know I
trivia.
can't really do fire. Go ahead.
That's what I'll be piping up. Y'all gonna beat me at Final Four. Like, I don't understand.
Y'all know.
But,
Listen, y'all know the drill.
but Rick said it. Emily said it tonight. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. If Saree gets the final 3, she's gonna win. There's just no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And I love that for her because it's like, we know you that good that everybody has said this from jump. That if you get to final 3, like, that's power right there. The people know that it don't matter who you next to. Jeff can be sitting right next to you. Mother Mary can be sitting next to you, and you're gonna win. Like, Beyonce couldn't
At
even
this
get a vote over
point,
Saree.
Yeah. Ceree's out winning, out playing.
the way I was just about to say, the only person I would vote against Serena would be Beyonce. I swear
Not
I
me.
was just about to. It was coming in my mouth. No, Beyonce. I'm sorry, Serena.
Hey.
I love.
I would not be the one that
Beyonce
robs
gets
Saree of a
all-
win. Nope.
She gonna get robbed. Oh my girl.
You know, Beyonce's making at least one head scratching playing Survivor. So you know, with that, Ceree's out strategizing.
She gonna be like, boy, vote for me, and I'm be like, you got it.
My vote on top.
There you go.
Oh man, y'all, we rambling now, but it was a good episode. This is Survivor, and I
Not
think
bad.
most people in the chat, Miss Brown Sugar said it, Martino might have said it, Mary said it, we've said it multiple times, Josh has said it. The twists, we don't need them because the players are going to make it entertaining. It's entertaining because of the players and them actually trying to play the game. We don't need the twist to amp it up and throw wrenches in already good gameplay. It's final 9. These people are here to win, and it's $2 million on the line now. They're going all out. They're going all out. Like the fact that Emily and Rick took that risk to try to even take out Saree. Cool, bravo! You should be trying to.
But
You
don't
should
do
do
it
that. That part. Now, would they have been as bold if it was the full 9, everybody together? No. But, you know, you have freaking twists that, you know, shake up the game a little bit, which we didn't necessarily need because it was going to be a good tribal anyway. We don't know what you said.
We voted for this.
Good night. Y'all, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. It has been wonderful. You know the drill. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe at Who All Gonna Be There podcast. Leave us a comment, a like, and share it. And then hit the bell at the top. Follow us on Twitter at AWAGBT_podcast. Give us a follow on Instagram as well at Who All There. And turn on those notifications so you never miss when we got an episode coming out. We appreciate y'all for being members of the exclusive group chat. We'll see y'all next week.
Good night, guys.